Hello, fellow explorers. I can't be more excited because I'm starting a long weekend in Canada in a very snowy environment. I am at Killarney National Park. I guess this is what it's called, a very complicated name. But hey, I'm on a 2-day trip. I'm fully excited and energetic about this. The strange part is that I think I am slightly north of Muskoka, or maybe in Muskoka County, and the snow is still here. Although it's not too cold, I don't need to wear a jacket. I should still be comfortable. I think the temperature is around 6-7 maybe, but because we have snow, I just didn't want to take a chance, because your exposure eventually starts making you cold. On the way here, situation was not so great. We had a lot of rain along the way. The path is very icy, so I have to be more careful. But I am very excited because I have a lot of plans this weekend. I am going to Manitoulin Island, and we have it's basically an island on Lake Huron. So Manitoulin Island is just south of Sudbury. I have to take a bridge. I'm actually going the long way because of the winter season. Otherwise, I could just go to Tobermory, which is west of Cambridge. I think 3 hours west of Cambridge, and just take a ferry and go to the island. But during winter season, of course, we don't have the ferry. So behind these trees, there's a lake. I hope it's visible on the camera. But there's a lake which is completely frozen. I think I've found a river. I'm gonna go check it out. It's just behind me. I don't know if it's a good idea because these are supposed to be stairs, and right now it's like skiing hill, so it's not great. Finally, after so many careful steps, here we are at the beautiful river. It's almost crystal clear. You can see inside, and the water, the sound of water is amazing as well. While standing on that river, the sound, the serenity reminded me of something. So I was talking to a friend, and this is before I came to Canada, and he told me that you will fall in love with Canada if you come in summertime. And I came in wintertime and I still fell in love with Canada. I've actually just started this hike and I'm already feeling it, because when you are walking on ice and snow, it doesn't seem like a big deal, but it is a big deal. See, almost slipped. So things like these happen. So if you come here, Santiago Trail, then in that case you will have to follow all these guidelines, and that's of course very understandable. But this is the fun part, that this trail is approximately 100 kilometers long. Will take 7 to 9 days. Difficulty is high. I think I've found the best camping station. Imagine you're camping here on this lot, and your view is this. Look at that spring. It's a beautiful spring, totally transparent. I cannot believe I just recorded a woodpecker. I was just trying to find it for so long, and suddenly I was like, hey, this sound is coming from somewhere near. And I started looking again, and I was able to spot 2 of them. And one of them was kind enough to stay there for long enough that I could capture it. This is basically a deer hoof, and there's so many of them. Like, for example, this one here, this one is quite big, this one too, and I've seen 2 deer here as well. That means that deer population here is awesome. So earlier I thought that I found the best location for a campsite, and I think I have to take my words back, because I think this campsite is probably the best one. Why? Because if I just turn around, that's the river right in front of me, and if I go further down, I can show you the view. That it is mind-bogglingly amazing. So imagine in the evening time, you would just do your things, have an awesome dinner, maybe a barbecue, and then come to this view. That's the bridge I was taking earlier. Actually, this bridge earlier. And of course, the lake is frozen right now. This river, sorry, is frozen right now. But I can only imagine how amazing it would feel in summer when the days would be much longer. So I am at Whitefish Falls. The falls are just behind me. I thought they're going to be closer, but they're actually not. But the water body looks amazing. The view is really great. Okay, so I've decided to fly my drone. There are not many satellite connections right now, so GPS, well, I have satellite connection now. Earlier it was not the case, so but hey, I'm gonna fly it and let's see how it goes. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes my drone flight. Anyway, on that note, we came across this amazing vintage point. I'm going to show you that shortly. So behind me, I think, is Lake Huron, and it's just frozen. So it's just frozen solid, pretty much all of it. The water line is quite far down, and there is an island there, and on that island I can see a few houses. So, and there, I think there's some sledge marks as well. So of course, because it's ice, so they can transport stuff onto the island. I think there's an island there, there's an island there. And the sky is beautiful as well. I have turned on the noise cancellation on my mic with the hope that you might be able to pick up my echo. And that's why I'm taking breaks. The strange thing is that if I snap my finger, which I'm really proud of, that I can snap really loudly, or if I try to make some other sound, it doesn't echo. But when I'm talking, it echoes. So after driving all day, we are finally at our destination. After about 8 hours of driving, I would say, we are finally here. The actual distance was actually 6 hours, but of course we stopped and we found other places along the way. So yeah, it took longer. Okay, so I got my coffee, I got my muffin, and now we are all set. I think Bridal Veil Falls is another 20 minutes from here, so we will hit the road. As all waterfalls, this waterfall is very loud. I could hear it as soon as I came out of the car, and I hope the mic is also picking it up. And it's a beautiful waterfall. You can potentially go all the way down and admire it from pretty much the base of it, but it's closed because of winters. And I am thinking if I should try the drone here. It's beautiful here. Every time I come to a waterfall, it makes me imagine how it would feel a few thousand years ago or a few hundred years ago. Was it still here? Was it not? All of these questions I don't think can ever be answered completely. But yeah, it's just how I imagine these things, and it not only amplifies the whole joy of sceneries like this, but it also make you wonder, like how places like this, Earth as a whole, looked like a few centuries ago, or maybe a few 100,000 years ago. So it has cooled down all of a sudden so much that I had to bring my mittens out and my toque as well. So we found a trail which goes to the waterfall. I have to be very careful with my steps because it's ice, and if you slip, you'll just probably end up in the water. This water is so clear, and the noise of this water is so relaxing. So I am at the waterfall. It's just behind me, and everything is wet. My mic is wet, my camera is wet, my main camera seems to be a little bit wet as well. But it's an amazing sight. It's very loud. I hope the mic can still pick up my voice. But yeah, I wish that I could go a little bit on this side, see the waterfall without these branches. But these branches are giving it a very mysterious look, almost like a movie. But yeah, I love it. I love this sight. So if you're in this region, please check out this Bridal Veil Falls. So last night, the receptionist told us that this island will take you about 20 years back in time. Everything closes very early and there's no industry. But I started thinking that what do the local residents do? I think I found out how they make their living. So this is basically a cattle farm, and there's so many cattle farms like this, and there's so many cattle on these farms. There are few here on my right side as well, and I think probably that's how they make their living. The fun part is that I'm curious about these cows, and these cows seem to be very curious about me. For example, there's this guy who's walking closer to me, and then there's that cow which is just fixated like a guard dog, like who am I and what am I doing here. But anyway, I don't think I've seen this many cows in Ontario, maybe, considering that I come from the heart of Ontario, which is close to Toronto. There's of course countryside there as well, but I have not seen this many cows before and this many farms, especially considering that the local population is very low. The strange part is that this farm is very different because it is very rocky, it's very muddy, and of course it's stretching quite a bit backwards in that direction. I don't see anybody here, so I assume there are people living close by who monitor these cows. But yeah, I think I found the answer to a question that I had in my mind since last night. So we are at Providence Bay. This place is beautiful, much better than I expected. This is Lake Huron. There's a very small, tiny lighthouse here. I have a thing for lighthouses for some reason. And this is reminding me of another beach which is close to my house. It's called Sable Beach. The ice cream there is amazing. If you know, then you know. But yeah, it's a beautiful place. I am thinking of taking a short walk along the beach. Use this time and see what I find here. But yeah, it's actually it was a really good idea to look up the south side. But I think the population here is really low. Everybody is probably inside, nobody is outside, and it's very quiet and calm here. It's cold enough that I had to change my jacket. That fall jacket would not hold this temperature. So I am at the beach. The boardwalk looks really long on this side, so I'm just gonna explore the beach a little bit, and then I'm probably going to take this boardwalk and see what I find. But it seems that this water is not frozen like the other places that I was at, so that's great. I can admire some waves and record some videos here. And this beach is sandy as well. So the other beach I was at, I think maybe an hour or so ago, that was very sandy too. And in Ontario, the side where I am at, I mean where I'm living, most of the beaches are actually rocky. I mean, we have some sandy beaches too, but a lot of the beaches are very rocky. So it's a refreshing thing to experience. Finally, the moment which I was looking forward to, and that is that I'm here at the Cup and Saucer Trail. I am here right now, and we have to pick one trail to do. So what I'm thinking is that I'll just do the red one first, and then from there I will just hop on the blue one, do the entire thing. That should be approximately, I would say, 5 kilometers. I was really excited about this trail because when you look up Manitoulin Island, this is one of the first things that pop up, and everybody was recommending this trail. It is very damp. I don't, if you notice, I don't have my camera with me. Well, I have it in my bag with the smaller lens because I don't expect to take any wildlife pictures. I don't think I'll encounter anything on this trail. You might also observe that I am wearing very different attire. It's a much thicker jacket because it's really cold. We still have ice here, you can see. So we have snow and icy patches. But overall, this trail looks really nice. It's a bit rocky. Finally, we have a marker. Anytime you are doing a trail in forest like this, make sure that you follow the trail with the marker, because if you lose the marker, you can be in a bit of a pickle. I have experienced this situation once or twice, and it's never fun. This place is turning out to be a big challenge. The staircase is probably slippery as well. This whole area was really slippery. That was not too bad. This complete area seems like it's snow, so probably it's going to be very similar. There were a few people that we passed, they were also struggling. And one thing I think I'm observing in all of these hikers, well, it doesn't really matter, I'm still struggling with hiking boots, but yeah, remember, if you come to any hike like this, especially, make sure that your shoes are hiking and they can grip. This trail was a lot of fun. I think I have hiked approximately 7 kilometers, a little less than 7 kilometers, I would say. But it was very icy in a few spots, and that was really dangerous. So that is something I had to navigate around. But otherwise, I would give it 10 out of 10 for the hike itself, and 10 out of 10 for the views, because there were a few lookouts through which you can see Lake Huron, if I am not wrong, and then there were some smaller lakes that were also on the horizon, and there were some cliffs, so really nice views. And I also came across a bird. I think it was a flightless bird. I tried to record it, but I don't think I really got it on the video. But yeah, I mean, overall, I really love the trail. If you are in this region, please check it out. This trip, like every other trip, it's not just about going out and having fun and exploring new places. It's also about learning something along the way. And when you travel, you get to experience new people, new cultures, see things differently. And also along the way, especially if you are driving, it gives you some time to really reflect on things. And one thing that I've learned on this trip is that when people and nature is in harmony, everybody flourishes. And I think it is quite vivid in remote places like this one. And I think it should be everywhere. Of course, we don't see this in city, which is okay, which is understandable. Of course, in cities, we have a very high population density. Everybody's living very close to each other. Where here, people are living quite spread out. So of course, it's easier to understand the connection between the nature and people. So yeah, that was my take on this trip. I am at the eastern tip of Manitoulin Island, and this is on Lake Huron. This has been an amazing journey. It's going to be my last stop of the day. As you can see, it's already close to sunset, and I should be leaving before the sun sets, because the problem is we have already seen deer on the island, and deer and similar animals try to come out at night, and sometimes it's hard to spot them until you're really close to them. So I'm just gonna enjoy this beautiful scenery for a little bit before I head back. The water here is so clear, it just blows you away. And there's so many boardwalks here, and I can only imagine in summertime the sunset is going to look amazing here. You can already see the sky, and sun should be setting in that direction, so it should be amazing. But hey, that's okay. Of course I can't stay for the sunset, but I can just admire the overall scenery just before it. You can see the logs here, you can see the stones, and I'm going to record on the opposite side as well. It was just so clear. It seems like people jump off this this boardwalk here during summertime. Of course, it's unimaginable at this temperature. The wind is really cold, and it's quite windy today as well. But this view is just breathtaking. I of course, camera will never be able to do justice, and no matter how many words I say about this, it's just never gonna say enough about this view. But this is what I love about traveling. This is me in my natural habitat. This is what brings me happiness. So I'm a strong believer that happiness is hidden in simple things. These memories are going to stay with you for the rest of your life. So to all the people who are not into traveling, I would highly encourage you to experience it. This is something which nobody can take from you. These experiences will stay with you, and you will have a story to tell to your next generation.